I know they used to play a lot.
Yes, they did a lot.
I haven't seen hamyojo or them play recently. I haven't been watching the streams and catching up.
I think I don't 100% quote me on this. I believe hamyojo is like got the slight edge at the moment. Definitely been placing a little higher overall.
Yeah.
In recent weeks.
But his placement from platform drop fair, really good, making sure that he's not caught up into that down smash. And I feel like that's really the game plan for a lot of Peaches in that early percent is if they're not going to crouch cancel down smash, they're going to go for like crouch cancel, float cancel.
Yeah, and that's honestly like one of the like if I had to choose one aspect of hamyojo's play, like everyone like every player has like like a magic card that have like their own special ability. Hamyojo's special ability is platforms.
Yes,
that is definitely what he is all about. The shield drops, like using them to set up needles, using them to set up forward airs. He's really good at it, and this stage is really good at giving him those opportunities.
Yeah, and if Mouf can catch on, which I'm assuming he can, it's really going to decide on how he's going to punish him opting for platform in general.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, that's one of the best parts about the platform play is if you do it right, it is very difficult to punish, especially with a character that like can't run and dash in and set up like the catching it from below. Peach, not the fastest character in the game. It can be pretty difficult for her to like set up those positions without reaction.
Yeah, and hamyojo doing really well, making sure to keep Mouf in the air once he like launches with forward tilt. Oh, okay.
Edge guard opportunity. Nice quick wave dash to the ledge. So very important to be able to get to the ledge as fast as humanly possible. And actually calling the not perfect sweet spot there.
Yeah.
Back air.
Which is really good. Oh, tricky platform play just to get out of the way. Yeah. Going to center stage, making sure that it's not caught by that fair.
Oh, interesting down smash, not a grab.
Yeah. You can do either both because down smash does come out relatively quickly. And if they're going to be crouch canceling it, it's going to put him in that knockdown situation like we saw.
Multiple hits as well. So.
So you can force like a tech chase situation off of it, and then it's really going to rely on that. And I know Sheik doesn't really have a problem with that.
Yep. Also not gonna have a problem with these like crouch canceling at 80% forward. They're gonna bust through it then. And now looking for the end. The forward air is gonna get the kill off of that float.
Yeah, and it looks like hamyojo's been doing really well, making sure just to keep Mouf in the air once he's had it. Because I know it's gonna be quite difficult just to make sure that Peach are keeping track of if Peach still has jump, has float. But if you're just gonna be in right next to her, just throwing out fairs, up airs, back airs, it's just going to make it quite difficult.
Yeah, and fair is really great, specifically in this match, because a lot of times like characters hit Peach and she's like, oh, that's okay, I'll drift back to the stage, things will be fine. But the forward air sends at such a low angle, obviously, that a lot of times whenever you kill Peach, it's going to be like Blast Zone KO from like other characters that are high tier. Sheik is one of the characters that can like actually threaten pushing her too low for her to actually recover. Oh, bad trades for Mouf.
Yeah, and Mouf at a relatively 75% deficit, increasing. Really curious how he's going to adjust to this situation.
And nice quick feint there with the wave land of the platform.
Yeah, and very tricky, just making sure that he's covering both the high and low option by dropping down from platform and opting back to it.
And that is definitely a weakness Peach has as well, is like trying to get on stage from the ledge position is so awful for her. She has so few options, and whenever you sit back into space safely like this, like hamyojo is, can be pretty infuriating for a Peach to like actually get in and make any meaningful interactions happen.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Okay.
Yeah, making sure that he just gets on stage first, taking it one step at a time. Because right now he has the lead, so he just has to play patient and play careful.
Okay, gonna be down throw, forward air finisher. hamyojo cleaning that stuck up.
And you have to be really careful, especially in that situation. If you're not going to DI that down throw, I know Sheik has a number of options just to deal with it, because if you're going to straight up not DI down throw, he can just go for an up air and kill off the top too. Yeah,
I feel like at decent level of play, if you should be able to just react to whichever way they DI and then kill them in whichever fashion you prefer. Lots of different ways to go about it. Cool. Down smash. Nice crouch cancel on one hit from hamyojo, making sure he gets sent in the opposite direction. Oh, the forward air.
Yeah, and one of the big things that you really have to be aware of, especially if you're going to be in Peach down smash, whatever side you're hit on down smash, you're going to be sent the opposite way. So make sure that you're STIing in the direction that you're going to be launched, just so you get out of it sooner. I know I heard that from Lunchables and a few others, just trying to make sure that they're not building up a lot of percent in that situation.
Yeah, but there are sometimes like whatever hamyojo crouch cancel where you intentionally want to get hit by the second one, so it's pulling you in towards center stage instead of off stage, so you will die extra early getting pulled off stage.
And it looks like hamyojo isn't just working off of platforms. He's mixing in all of these full hops, making sure that he can mix up the pace of when he's actually dropping.
Right.
And especially because of how close platforms and center stage is, he can just work off of both of those, making sure that the timing is mixed up. And Mouf has a harder time just dealing with it.
Mouf in kind of a rough spot here. Like in general, has been having a hard time getting too much momentum going. Isn't too far behind. But yeah, the spacing from Mouf and
that Sheik,
the forward air.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I'm talking about. How like Fox can like hit you with like up smashes and kill you. Like okay, you understand you're at this kill percent whenever he gets like a strong conversion. But Sheik's just like I'm gonna use my spacing move and I hit you and you didn't you weren't looking for it, so you just explode.
Yeah, and that angle looked pretty disgusting.
Definitely not DIing properly for a forward air, which can happen a lot. Like you're just like I'm gonna float and I'm gonna float backwards to try and set up my forward air properly. And I got hit and I'm dead because I definitely didn't react to that.
Yeah. And I know, especially in Melee, if a lot of Sheiks are trying to space you out with fair, if you're caught in your backdash, because you're holding back, your DI is going to be incredibly bad.
Exactly. Yeah. I used to think that Marth had like an extra super death tip, or like the little tiny, like just the last pixel, because of the fact that whenever you catch somebody with that, they're never DIing properly. they never, they're never expecting it. So for the longest time, I was like, man, that's so weird. How like, he hits even harder if you hit the tip. But no, it's just the very.
It's the player, not the actual character. Yeah. That would be super, super broken, though.
Probably, yeah. It'd be really good.
That is spacing on the T.
Yeah. Kind of like Smash 4 Marth. F Smash is like much more finicky in that sort of way. But
how do you feel about them going to Final Destination?
Interesting. I do think that this is a pretty good pick for Mouf. As we mentioned every week, hamyojo's platform movement is bene. It is very, very good. That's what he's all about. And there are, of course, 0 platforms on this stage, so going to be a lot harder for him to move around. Going to be harder for him to like land whenever he's in a juggle position.
So would you opt for something more like up throw at higher percents, making sure that you can call out jumps? Hamyojo one.
Maybe not necessarily high percents. Higher percents, you probably want to be like going for down throw or back throw and try and push off stage. But lower percents, it can be a scarier thing. And even just like, not even necessarily trying to like put him into the air with up throw, since like Peach up throw is like, against Sheik. Just like in random situations.
Okay.
Yeah, forces him into situations where like he has to be falling sometimes with aerials, and you can just wait and full crouch at the bottom of that trajectory and be ready with your blender. Speaking of.
Yeah. And earlier it looked like the game plan, we saw that walling off of short hop fair, just making sure that the timing is mixed up. We just saw cross up back air, making sure that Mouf is playing relatively scared, giving away more stage control, allowing hamyojo to build up more percent and probably get that earlier kill. Tried to go for...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe thought he had a double jump there. I'm not sure. Gonna get some damage off of the down throw.
Oh. And I like what hamyojo is going for, but a lot of the time Peach is forcing all of these trades, as the character famously does.
Yeah.
You just have to be really careful on placement and timing of your aerials, down tilts, forward tilts, making sure that you can preemptively do them for... Yeah.
Okay, yeah, gonna be able to get a quick 1-2 off the up throw.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, a little preemptive on the crouch cancel down smash.
Yeah, panic down smashes is a big thing that you're going to see from a lot of Peaches.
Yep.
Even Armada will sometimes do that panic down smash if the plan isn't like super clear, because it's relatively safe if the other player's just not going to punish that end lag, because it's...
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the risk reward of the move. Risk, okay, they get hit by like some random thing and they have like dashing to do.
Yeah, possibly 40%.
Reward, 40%,
yeah.
Maybe the tech chase afterwards, pull him off stage, combo into another down smash.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, knockdown situation, tech chase, yeah.
Tech chase, just kill them, they're high percent,
Yeah.
Just end up in their stock. Pretty good move, that down smash.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a big play on space. Mouf just trying to get that game plan. Great call out on that full hop, making sure that he doesn't go for the back air.
Oh. Yep, able to set up some turnips here since hamyojo is at the ledge.
And honestly, that's really what you need to do in this pick. From how hamyojo has been playing and controlling his space and mainly getting center stage, Mouf really has to start pulling out these turnips and using them just so he can get it back.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the okay, nice quick conversion there. The turnip pull from Peach is kind of like a card game where you just say like I forfeit this turn to get an extra one whenever I actually interact next.
Yeah.
So if you can get the time to actually play that card is almost always a good thing.
Yeah, making sure that you can just give up that space for more setup.
Hamyojo gonna milk this lead at the ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, down smash gonna pull him off. Not all the DI in the world. Put like a little bit of that shoulder DI into it. It's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, as much as your heart yearns, even at that high of a percent, you're probably not going to make it back.
Afraid not, no.
All right, we're seeing that adjustment, not going for the up air, going for a nair so we can build off more of a combo.
Oh, yeah, and the ledge pressure once again. Hamyojo in a great position here. Oh, but now it's going to be Mouf's turn. About to get up attack.
Yeah, and you have to be really specific on spacing, especially if they're going to play at that ledge.
Man, yeah, the movement from Hamyojo, like, really amped up in that last stock, using the short hops. Like, the short hop needle throws, kind of like pretending he had a platform, really. Like a little tiny platform, just, like, jump and throw needles down and use that to set up the pressure.
Yeah, that's a big part of their play, and it's a big mix-up as well, because if Sheik can go for short hop needle on that spacing, the shield stun that it puts you in, you can immediately go